Let's be honest for a second. There are political critiques, there are heated debates, and then there is whatever just happened on GB News this past Saturday. If you were tuning in hoping for a gentle, leisurely weekend catch-up on the state of the nation, you probably choked on your morning coffee. Presenter Nana Akua didn't just criticize the Labour leadership, she absolutely dismantled them, piece by piece, in a monologue so scathing it left viewers wondering if they should laugh or cover their eyes. We're talking about a total deconstruction of Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Chancellor Rachel Reeves, and London Mayor Sadiq Khan. It was raw, it was personal, and judging by the reaction online, it was exactly what a lot of people have been thinking but haven't had the platform to say. The "Is this AI?" moment. Akua kicked things off with a sentiment that feels all too relatable these days: total disbelief. She opened the segment by admitting that when she first saw the latest clips coming out of Downing Street, she genuinely thought she was looking at a parody. "When I saw this, I thought it must be a joke or AI," she confessed. And honestly, when you see what she was reacting to, you kind of get where she's coming from. She queued up a clip of Keir Starmer discussing the Netflix program Adolescence. In the clip, Starmer was trying to show a softer side, admitting that as a dad, it was tough to see at times. Now, on the surface, that sounds like a standard, human moment. But Akua wasn't buying it. Not for a second. In her view, this wasn't a moment of vulnerability, it was a calculated PR move. "Talk about using your son, in my view, in an attempt to be more relatable and garner sympathy," she said, cutting straight through the gloss. It's a sentiment that resonates with a lot of voters who feel like modern politics has become less about policy and more about performance art. We all know that feeling when a politician tries a little too hard to say, "Hey, I'm just like you," and it ends up feeling more robotic than relatable. The trip heard round the world. But if the Netflix commentary was awkward, what came next was painful. Akua couldn't help but laugh as she played a clip of the Prime Minister tripping at a public event. Now, we've all stumbled, we've all missed a step, but when you're the leader of the country, every misstep becomes a metaphor. Akua didn't hold back, immediately branding Starmer the UK version of former US President Joe Biden. Ouch! We all remember the scrutiny over Biden's trips and falls, and the questions they raised about capability and strength. By drawing that parallel, Akua wasn't just making fun of a physical stumble, she was questioning his political stability. It's that kind of sharp, no-nonsense commentary that keeps GB News viewers glued to the screen. She says the quiet part out loud. The savage takedown, a bucket of sick. Then came the moment that really set the tone for the broadcast. In a takedown that is sure to be quoted for weeks, Akua unleashed a description of the Prime Minister's popularity that was as colorful as it was brutal. She fumed, "Keir Starmer is about as popular as a bucket of sick. I mean, let's just pause on that imagery. It's visceral, it's gross, and it effectively sums up the sheer frustration she, and apparently many others, feels toward the current administration." She backed up the insult with some eye-watering stats. According to Akua, since being elected 17 months ago, Starmer has been on a staggering 42 trips abroad. Her theory: he's not just working on foreign relations, he's hiding. Possibly because back at home, he is the least popular prime minister this country has ever seen, as he's always away, she speculated. It's a heavy accusation. The idea of a leader jet-setting around the globe while the people back home are grappling with the cost of living, rising taxes, and a crumbling infrastructure strikes a nerve. It feels like abandonment. It feels disconnected. Drowning in tears, the Reeves roast. Akua wasn't done yet. Next in the firing line was Chancellor Rachel Reeves. If you've been following the economic news lately, you know it hasn't been sunshine and rainbows. But Akua's assessment was withering. She described Reeves as always drowning in her own tears and being completely out of her depth. But the real kicker wasn't the insults, it was the data. Akua referenced a recent YouGov poll that should frankly terrify anyone in the Labour Party. 0%. That was the percentage of people who felt Labour was doing a good job on the economy. Yes, that is zero, so that is no one, Akua emphasized. Let that sink in. In a country of millions, finding a poll result that hits a flat zero is almost statistically impossible. It implies a total collapse of trust. Whether you like Akua's style or not, you can't argue that a number like that doesn't signal a massive crisis. People are hurting financially, and when they look at the chancellor, they aren't seeing solutions. They're seeing someone who, in Akua's words, is out of her depth. The £83,000 question. Just when you thought the segment couldn't get any more heated, Akua turned her sights on London Mayor Sadiq Khan. If there is one thing that gets British taxpayers riled up, and rightfully so, it's seeing their hard-earned money spent on what looks like a luxury getaway for politicians. Akua highlighted Khan's recent trip to Africa, describing it as him escaping his problems back at home. But it was the price tag that made jaws drop. According to information released by City Hall, thanks to a request by the Express, the trip cost the taxpayer a whopping £83,000. Let's break that down, because the numbers are infuriating for anyone struggling to pay their heating bill right now. Flights, £68,330. Business class, of course. Hotels, £11,418. Food, £2,818. Ground transport, £1,353. Khan traveled with 11 staff members to South Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana. His defense: he was promoting London. But Akua wasn't having it, and frankly, neither were her viewers. When you look at the state of London, the crime rates, the ULEZ controversy, the housing crisis, seeing the mayor racking up a nearly £70,000 flight bill feels like a slap in the face. It screams rules for thee, but not for me. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Akua wrapped up her segment with a line that perfectly encapsulates the mood of the nation right now. I don't know about you, but I can't take this government seriously, she concluded. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. And isn't that the truth? There is a surreal quality to British politics right now. Between the PR stunts, the physical stumbles, the terrifying polls, and the extravagant spending, it often feels like we are living in a tragicomedy. Nana Akua's broadcast went viral not just because she was angry, but because she was articulating a very specific type of exhaustion. It's the exhaustion of voters who feel unheard. It's the frustration of taxpayers watching their money fly away in business class while they count pennies at the supermarket. Whether you agree with her politics or not, Akua's ability to cut through the noise is undeniable. She stripped away the spin and left us with the raw, uncomfortable reality. A government that, in her eyes, is failing on every metric: popularity, competence, and relatability. What do you think? Is Nana Akua right to call out Starmer and Khan this aggressively, or was this too harsh? And does that bucket of sick comments sum up how you're feeling about the current leadership?